Um,
Thank you all so much for coming on to today's 1:30 p.m. session. We'll be covering a conversation with the DC Center for Independent Living. The WildTech DC Senior iPad program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual help, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information in any applications or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners, or presenters as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thank you so much for letting me read the disclaimer. And yes, the floor is yours, Kathy. Please just share a little bit about yourself and your organization. I guess you'll be covering for today's session, but thank you so much for coming on.
no problem. Thank you all for inviting me. So, of course, my name is Kathy Fleming. I'm an independent living specialist here at the DC Center for Independent Living. I've been with the Center for Independent Living for over 20 years now. I started in 2001. And so here at the Center for Independent Living, we're a nonprofit organization that provides services to persons with disabilities. And I know people get confused by the name of the Center for Independent Living. They think that we have some sort of housing or that we can put people into housing, and we don't do that. The Center for Independent Living is to help people with disabilities maintain their independence in the community. And through that, we have brochures, and you can also go on our website and look up our 5 core services. And our 5 courses, I'm just going to give you a little look at our brochure. I don't know if you can see it. So what it is this is our brochure. This is just our brochure right here. And so what we do, we give you those services through our 5 core services. We help you maintain your independence, and we do that through life skills training, peer counseling, advocacy, information and referral, and transition. So what we do as far as transition, we help people transition from nursing homes back into their community. We also help youth transition from a middle school to graduating from high school into their adult life. So we give them those resources and information and referrals, and do peer counseling with them so that they can be able to transitioning without any sort of barriers in their way. As I stated before, when you come into our organization for services, we set that service up for as a goal for you to meet. That's your own personal goal. So when you come in and you just say for an example that you're looking for employment or housing, because that's the majority of what people come in our center for, we set that up as a goal for you to meet, and we help you with that. Again, I'm going to keep referring to our 5 core services. We help you with that through our 5 core services, which is some of the things I've mentioned. And we're going to give you resources, information, and referrals, but you're going to be responsible for calling around to different places and contacting any organization that can help, that we see fit that will help you in that particular goal that you set for yourself. Right now, do anybody have any questions? If you do, just raise your hand and I can help you with that question. Um, Also, what we try to do, we try to focus a lot on our peer support, because we know people with disabilities and cross disabilities dis- would like to see other people in their same positions. And so what we do is we're going to help you um, pair up with other people that can possibly help you obtain your goal, whatever that is, and they may have gone through those particular issues before, and they can also help you with some, by you pairing up with the peer support group. We have a peer support group every day, every week. There is some on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays here at the center. We have a blind women's peer support group. We have a disability and group peer support group that we have an office in Southeast. we're currently looking for another office in Southeast because we closed that office because we wanted to find a better space. As of right now, we have one office that's functioning, and that's here at 2600 12th Street Northeast. Pretty much that's just an overview of what we do here at the center. I don't know if anybody have any questions. You can also go to our website at www.dccil.org.
I also put that in. I put the website in the chat a couple of
Okay,
times.
great. I
And
don't
then,
know if anybody have any questions, but I'm open to answering any questions.
yeah, we had two hands up. We have one hand up now, but also as a reminder, you can share your screen, and maybe if you want to go over the website with us, that would also be nice. While you pull that up, Miss Morgan, did you have a question for Kathy? You gotta hit unmute.
Yes, I would like to ask you, what about 2050 East Street Northwest? And it tells you it has a phone number and it tells you about the Department on Disability Services. What is that for?
You said, what was the address again?
The address is 250 E.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
East Street. Can you
Mhm.
tell me what do they do there? East Street, Southwest.
That is correct. That is the Department of Disability Services.
Okay.
What they do there is they pretty much, you can give them a call. I can give you their number. Do you have a number for them?
Uh-huh. Okay, I see their number here is a number, area code 202-730-1700. And then they have a fax number too, and a website, email, I mean. Says,
Yeah.
so, okay, could you give me the number? Because I make sure I have the right number. I got reading glasses on. I'm trying to, like, is that what number?
It's 202 844.
Wait a minute, you said 844,
8400.
8400. And who would I talk to?
There's going to be someone that's going to come on the phone and direct
And it's gonna be a record. So area code 202-844-8400. All right, thank you. All right, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
All right.
No other questions so far, Kathy. Please,
Okay.
if you all have a question, please raise your hand in Zoom by tapping more.
Let me see how to go to our website. How do I bring that up?
First, it's in the chat. So if you tap on it in the chat,
Okay, the chat. Okay, yeah, there you go. So this is our.
can you show your screen?
And if you can hear, I'm going to play the video.
Yeah, can you show your screen, Kathy? You have to.
You know what? So
can you go back to Zoom?
Go back to Zoom.
And then you see where it says share screen, correct?
Let me see.
Should be at the bottom, the green button. It should say share screen.
Oh yes, I see. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then make sure it says share sound. You see the options? Make sure that's checked.
Okay.
And then you select the window that you want to share it from, and then you hit share.
Okay, so okay, there's the sound. It's not. You all see?
Disabilities for over 30 years.
You're good to go. You see your screen.
I want to start this
If you-
over.
Yeah, start the, yeah. There you go.
Determined.
Independent living skills training,
Caring.
peer support and counseling,
I'm trying to be independent.
advocacy,
I set goals and work towards them.
information and referral, These are just some of the individuals who live independently in their homes and communities from services received by the District of Columbia's Center for Independent Living. If you are a person living with any type of disability in the District of Columbia, DCCIL can assist you. The DC Center for Independent Living, breaking down barriers for people with disabilities for over 30 years. If you are a person with a disability living in the district, contact the DC Center for Independent Living at 202-388-0033 or simply come visit our nearest office. Either our main office at 1400 Florida Avenue Northeast, Suite 3, or our Anacostia office at 2443 Good Hope Road, Southeast. A tax-deductible donation can be made by visiting our website or sending your checks to the District of Columbia Center for Independent Living, 1400 Florida Avenue Northeast, Suite 3, Washington, D.C. 20002.
Okay, so those addresses that you see are, those addresses are not correct.
Yeah,
So because we've moved away from those, from that particular place, those addresses are definitely not correct. So as I stated before, we have, hold on, how to get rid of this.
you're good to go, Kathy. You can go up and down the site if you want.
Okay, so those addresses aren't correct. As I stated before, we're at 2600 12th Street, and that's in Northeast Washington, D.C.
I just put that address in the chat as well.
Okay.
What's the zip code?
The zip code is 200002. 202. Yep, that's it. And we're currently working on finding another site in Southeast.
I just looked up the address. It's 20018. That's what it.
Okay, then I'm
Yeah.
sorry for that, because I thought it was 20002. So
No, that's like H Street area.
okay.
Yeah,
So thank you for that.
no problem. But yeah, the site is pretty extensive on the different services.
Mhm.
So definitely, do you mind looking through the site so we could, see what they'll see when it's on their iPads?
Sure. So the site is just going to kind of give you an overview of what we already discussed about peer counseling. The DC Center for the DCCIL provides disability. They're just you can just go through it and look at it. It's just going to give you an overview of what I explained to you about our 5 core services. And then when you get down to the bottom, it has resource links. And you can click on the resource links, transportation resource links, frequent asked questions, transition resources, and you just click on those links and resources will come up. Then of course they have our website, they have the current address at the bottom. As you can see, these are our current addresses, except for the one in Southeast. That Chesapeake office is currently closed. You can do, you can go onto the website and put your name and your first and last name, your email address, and someone will get in contact with you, because we have people that goes on the website and frequently look at it to see if anybody reached out, to see if they have any questions, anything like that. We're currently working on our web page because we want to update it so that it can have other features on it, so you can contact different other organizations as well. So we're currently working on that.
Yeah, I see that under the resources page, Kathy. If when you try to tap on at like housing resources or
Right,
website
I tried
resources,
that. So
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take you to another page, but it's good that especially the transition resources, I think that's very useful. And
Right.
then the transportation one, I know DACL has quite a bit of resources on their page, like Yellow Cab and
Yeah. Yeah.
those
Right.
are they like different right there or
Yeah, but what's going on now is that it's under construction and we're currently working with it. So if you have any questions, you can still call in with the
Mhm.
number that you see at the bottom, where it says the main office. That's our current address and phone number. You can give us a call and someone will definitely be able to direct you to the appropriate resources.
The website, the phone number and the address are all in the chat.
Yeah.
Again, if you all have any questions for Ms. Kathy about anything about DCCIO, please raise your hand in Zoom. Okay, thank you, Miss Maria. You got to hit unmute.
If you go to the top of the resource page, at the very top, you can click on
Yeah,
it. There's some resources that pull down.
I see that too. It's a great top bar. It has a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Maria, how are you?
Hi, I wanted to ask, the people who go in there with this disability, what kind of rent do they pay? They pay market rent or what kind of rent?
As I stated before, we don't rent, own, or manage any type of property. We don't have properties where we can put people into. We give you a list of resources of housing that we compare through different websites like DC Housing Authority. We have a person on staff who kind of update the housing list that we have, and so we give you that so that you can go through it and pick out a place that you might want to live in. Depending on where you want to live, you get in contact with that property management or housing, and you give them a call. If it's a waiting list, you get on their waiting list. If they have an application available for you to apply for 1-2 bedroom apartments or whatever amount of bedrooms that you're looking for, you'll be calling them because we don't have any places that we can put you into. We don't manage any type of property. We don't own any type of property. We're giving you just resources so that you can possibly obtain some affordable and accessible housing.
Oh, so it's like a walk-in resource center.
So you can say that.
Yeah.
Give you the resources so that you can maintain your independence in the community. So when you come in here, we're going to give you those resources. We're going to encourage you to get on your iPads if you have them. Google, affordable housing. You'll see a big list of housing that'll come up, and then you'll be able to, contact those people directly.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss Maria. That was a good question. And yeah, I think on that, it's just good. Sometimes it's just good to see a different point of view on things.
Right.
Just see another list because you may see something that you didn't see
Yeah,
before.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, so it's yes. Thank you. We have Ms. Doris for
Hi,
another
Ms. Doris.
question. How are you?
Hi, Alex. How you doing, Miss Kathy?
How you doing?
Okay, I have a question as far as the housing thing is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know whether they have like a long waiting list when people go in and need housing?
It depends on where you're calling to. I'm gonna say yes. The housing for seniors and people with low income is really hard. And one of the things that the mayor had promised us was that they was gonna have more housing available for people with very low income. And we have yet to see that. So I'm gonna say, depending on what's available, it may take a minute. It's not something, if you're lucky, sometimes some people have come in and they have gotten housing fairly quickly. And some people, it may have taken them months before they even can, get housing. But we definitely going to give you the resources, and we're going to help you go through those resources, give certain places a call, depending on where you want to live at. And we encourage you to do the same thing. We want you to be as independent as you possibly can. give these apartment complexes and property managements calls to get on their waiting list or to fill out an application. But it's not something that's going to happen quickly. I can tell you that.
Okay, because I know the housing list is back for years, so.
Oh yeah, that's even closed. You can't even go down to DC House Authority and get on the list anymore. It's been closed for years now.
Okay, thank you for the information.
Thank you, Ms. Doris. And I just happened to look at the link that you have showing on the screen. Those are some really good organizations that that you guys get in contact with for your clients. Like I've never heard of the what is the ADA Center?
The ADA is American with Disabilities Act. So the American with Disability Act, the ADA, what they do is just to make sure that your rights are not being violated. So say for example, they don't deal so much with housing, but we're going to refer you to a place of housing. So just say for instance that that you were not able to that this was a public place. It's a public place, and you're not being able to access this public place. You're supposed to be, as a person with a disability, be able to access any public place in your community. They're not supposed to be able to tell you, no, you can't come in. You got to go and use of course, if you're a wheelchair user, they should have ramps that you can use. They're supposed to make it accessible for you. Anybody, you're supposed to have the same access as a person who don't have a disability. I'm put it like that. So if you feel like you don't have the same access as a person with a non-disability, then you can call the ADA and say, listen, I want to be able to go in this supermarket and shop freely just like anybody else does. And if it's not accessible, the ADA is going to try to help you get in contact with the store, let them know that they're violating under whatever title that it is, and it's different titles. They're going to let you know, well, you're violating this person's rights to be able to have access to the resources out here, which you're allowed to do. There's nobody should be able to stop you and say, well, because you have a disability, you can't do the same thing as a person that has a non-disability. You're supposed to have the same rights as anybody else.
Thank you so much for that explanation. I just wanted to know more, but it's good. It literally says DC.
Click on the link, you can kind of go to you. If you click on that link, it'll take you. You can see it'll take you to their webpage.
Yeah, that's a really great resource.
It's a really, really good resource.
What do you think sets the DC Center for Independent Living apart? Like with the resources or like the services, how is it different than maybe some of the other resource centers that are in DC?
Well, I can say that, we don't, there's no requirement. There's no age requirement. We take you at face value. So if you say that you have a disability, we're not asking you to bring in no documents to prove it. We're not, we're just taking you at your word. You don't have to bring any, like I said, proof. We take you from at birth to whatever age you are at the time that you come in. There's no cost. The services are free. We're open to the public 5 days a week from 9 to 5. We have independent living specialists on staff that's going to work with you right away. We try to follow up with our consumers to make sure that, well, I'm going to say try, we follow up with our consumers to make sure that they are, that they're moving along with the goal that they've set for themselves. And that's one of the things that we're different here is that we let you set your own goal. Like you go to different organizations, they may do an evaluation and say, well, you need to be doing A, B, C, and D. We don't do that. We let you set your goal, and then we're going to give you the resources that's going to help you obtain that goal that you set for yourself. We don't set any goals for people.
I love that mindset. I was in a similar kind of program, and it really, it helps you become more independent because
And that's what we promote, the independence.
yeah, it's great. Thanks so much for that explanation, and I see that. Hi, Maddie. I love your profile picture.
Oh,
You
you
have
like that too?
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you?
Okay.
That's great. That's great. Do they still have, you said they're no longer on Pennsylvania Avenue. Do they still have the peer-led meetings weekly? They used to have them on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, we do because we had an office on Pennsylvania Avenue. That
Right.
office is moved on.
Do they
So yeah,
still do a peer-led meeting?
yes, ma'am, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with your organization.
I think your name just looks familiar. I think
Yeah, I'm familiar with your organization.
yeah.
How are you? You doing okay?
Yep, I can't complain.
I remember when we shut down Rhode Island Avenue.
Oh yeah.
And
We shut it down for the light because we're gonna be able to operate. Yes. Oh yeah, you've been with us for a while.
yeah, I'm no longer with
We
you
sure
'cause
have. We sure have. We shut it down because the traffic light there wasn't accessible for people who were living over there on Newton Street. To cross the street to get on the other side of the street.
Absolutely.
And those cars was flying up and down. So we
Absolutely.
advocated for them to get a traffic light there so that people who are visually impaired or people with disabilities or seniors so that they could be able to cross the street without getting hit.
Yes, it was kind of scary for a moment. We know
Yes, it was. We sure did. We had a line going straight across the road. And so those are some of the things that we do too.
Yes.
So there was a young lady who lived on Newton Street, and she came to us and complained about that. So we formed a group, and we went to Department of Transportation, and we got talked to the big wigs, if you will, and we got them to put a light down. We complain about it.
Okay, great. But there's you do an advocacy for the disabled, which is a great thing.
Yes. So they still meet. They meet. I think on Mondays. That particular group who did that because that was a blind women's group. But we also had the cross disability group that meet Wednesdays around 1:30.
For some reason I was in the blind woman group.
Yes, you were. I remember that. And you know what? They have a number, and I need to get the number that they use. I don't have it in front of me because but let me find the number so I can put it in the chat in case anybody wants to get. There's a number that you can get in contact with the group, and you can join them.
Okay. And may I say, for those that are visually impaired, that's a great group. You find out a lot of things. I learned that, some of the places that were good places were not good places. There was a lot of information and there was two men and there were two men in that group at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
one of the men unfortunately had passed on, so
the older guy.
Yes, the older guy, Mr.
Okay.
The liaison person who is in charge of the women's group, the blind women's group, and I'm gonna give you her name, her number.
Yes, I've been away for a long time. I'd like to get, it was a very, very good group. And
I'll be sure to pass that information.
Yeah, I'm giving that to you. That her name.
Okay, I'll screenshot it.
Yeah, it's in the chat. Thank you so much, Miss.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the other group's name too. The other groups. Hold on.
But this group is up on 12th Street. I used to pass by it all the time when I used to go up in that area.
Mhm.
Every time I seen it, I was like, oh, this is different. You know, it stands out in that area. So
And like you know, when we met out in the at other events. So sure, we're gonna be having some events coming up as well. And I would like to invite all of you all to those upcoming events. The center's gonna be hosting some events coming up. This is the other lady's name. Miss Brown.
thank you for your question, Miss Maddie. You had any other questions?
No. I just want to say that there is it's a good group, it's a good organization. And like I said, I don't know, I was in the blind ladies group, and they shared a lot of information and resources that they actually have participated in, and they gave the pros and the cons of whatever they shared.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Kathy. It's great seeing.
No, it's so funny when these things happen because DC is so small in a way, but it just
Yes.
it's nice to see that you all
These are the people that you can call for the peer support groups.
Yes, Miss Maddie, make sure you check out those chats, okay? Thank you so much for your question. We have Ms. Doris again. Hello.
I wanted to ask you, how do you get in touch with the people about where it's not safe for them to cross the street? Because Martin Luther King Avenue and Marionberry Avenue is really dangerous when people trying to cross that intersection.
Okay, so what I would do is you can call me directly.
Okay.
And I will go past and look at that street because we have the advocacy group here. They will meet and we'll get together along with yourself. We will take a look at the street. We want to, just see where the difficulties is. Where's that? You know what I'm saying? And how it's functioning. So we have to take a look at it first before we move forward with anything.
Yeah, it's really dangerous crossing that intersection for anybody with any type of disabilities.
Okay, and this is not a direct number.
Maybe that would be an ADA.
Yeah, it will be, but you can start with us too because we have a person that's on staff to work with the ADA along with myself.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately, she's out. Her name is LaKenya Pitchfork.
Yeah, but it's nice to see all the resources on the page. Like if you need help with anything of those, just tap on those links, and it's just so convenient.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So who would I contact for that?
I put my name in the chat. It's Kathy Fleming.
Yeah, check out the chat, Miss Doris. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Kathy Fleming.
Yeah, make sure y'all check out the chat. We have some hands up. Thank you. We have Maddie and then Denise. In the chat, Ms. Kim said, does your company help with assisting to get DC Medicaid insurance?
We have a benefits specialist on staff. Her name is there. Her name is Karen Arnett. I put her name up there, and so you can give her a call, and she's going to direct you to the right appropriate places to start with. But her name is Karen Arnett. She's our benefits specialist on staff.
Thank you. I replied to your chat, Kim, with that info. It's up a little up, but I just replied for you for.
Karen Arnett.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. No, Ms. Kim said thank you.
You're welcome.
We have okay. Thank you all for your questions, everyone. And just as they're on at the top of the site, they have all the different links. Like if you go up a little bit, Kathy, it says home, our services, resources, how can you help, who we are, news and events. So
Right.
there's all of that is available for you all to utilize.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Miss Maddie had another question.
Yes, I had a comment. Kathy, are you aware that DOT is doing a study on Kenilworth Avenue and access, and they are actually looking into the danger on that corner that she was talking about?
You said Kenilworth Avenue. I thought she. I thought she was talking about in Southeast. Martin Luther King Avenue.
Absolutely, absolutely. If the
Okay,
Kenilworth,
yeah. I didn't know that they was doing a study on Kenilworth Avenue, but I do.
they're
I
doing
ride
this
here often, so I do see the danger in there.
right. So I'm just saying, because they're actually doing a study on that, could a representative possibly get in contact with them?
Sure, with DOD, with DDOT, yeah, with DDOT, absolutely. We can try to see how we can put that together. I'll have to look into it.
Because they're studying, they're doing a survey on Kenilworth Avenue from the like the Benning Road end, the Benning Road end, the seventh ward end, and the 8th ward.
Okay, yeah.
So they're planning on doing changes, you know, accessibility and stuff like that. So I don't understand why they may not would.
Yeah, but I mean, if we put it out there, or if we put it out there that these are some other places that are dangerous, then sure, they probably will, you know, take a look into it as well. I don't see, you know, you just got to give them that information with some other places where they need to focus on too. Is over there in off of Marionberry Avenue.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's called the I-295.
I-295.
Like that. I have it, but I don't have it written. Where I
I
can
can go on their website and see if I can pull up something to see if I can see something that they can to see where they're doing the study over there.
Well, while you're doing that, I think I have a screenshot, and
Okay.
I'll just give you I'll just put the information in the chat.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Next up is Denise. I love your background, Denise, even though today is Spinach Day, but I love your bunch.
Oh, thank you. Hi. My question is, I know you say you help a little bit with the housing and you help with transportation. And
What we do is, as I stated, I want you to be clear, we help with anything that you come into the organization and you need some assistance with, we're going to help you in this case. Anything.
So that's including if you need food, or if you need any kind of medical equipment, or you need any furniture or something for your home?
Yeah, we're gonna give you the resources of the organizations that help with that. We don't do that in-house, but we have resources to help you get food. If you need some medical equipment, like on one of those on our website, you'll see DC Shares, and that's one of the places that help with medical equipment. It's on just number 5 on our resource list.
So that come under 2 when you need help with your paying your bills or something?
We have organizations that can help with that. So you would just have to call personally, so you know, so we could talk to you one-on-one and get that resource to you.
Okay. So what age we starting from, 55 or 60?
Our organization don't have an age requirement.
Okay, all right. Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Denise. Yeah, just sounds like you guys have personalized help, and it's just you guys, I would, consider you all like a database or just again a resource center because you're not helping specifically them, but you're just getting them to who can help. And
Right.
it makes sense because why would you not want to go to the experts in that thing to get the best assistance available?
Exactly. So you don't have to do so much running around.
Yeah, which
um,
and it happens, especially.
cut out some of the stress.
Yes. Yes, I appreciate that. Ms. Doris, you had another question?
And I just wanted to add to this. I don't know. Somebody did a study on the area I was telling you about on Martin Luther King and on Marbury Avenue that is one of the most dangerous areas too. Several months ago, but they haven't changed it. And then they also moved a lot of the bus stops down there where people got to walk all the way down there, to get in that area. And they really need to look at it. I just wanted to add that because I didn't mention that before.
I appreciate you saying that. And so what we do, we want you all's input this too, because we're an organization don't mean we have all the answers. So when the people come in, and that's some of the things that we share in the peer support group as well. When the people come in and you can enlighten us with some of the information that you have out here in the community, we're welcome and open to that. Because it's, we don't have all the answers, but when people come in, as I stated, that we welcome all any resources and information that you can have, that you can give us as well.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so
something
much.
that that can benefit our organization that we might not be aware of, by all means, give us that resource, give us that information. We look forward to seeing people out here helping us as well.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ms. Doris. And that's also, so one thing at the bottom, that's the reach out page that reach out section that you showcased. I think that would be a great use of that too, if you all wanted to share something with the DC Center.
Yeah.
Great way to utilize that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So we're almost at that time. But again, any other questions that you may have about what they assist with or their, different services or anything, please raise your hands. What is your favorite thing that the DC Center offers, and what is the most enjoyable part of your work, Kat?
Well, I've always been the type of person that like working with others. I like knowing that I help somebody and seeing the joy on their face from the not having to go through that day-to-day stress. It's not one particular thing within my job that I can say it's my favorite because I like doing it all. I like just working with people, period. So if I can help somebody and make their day, it makes my day. So I really like doing that.
Thank you. What's one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were coming in for services? Because I know setting your own goals and actually, getting to them and completing them can be a task.
Yeah.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give?
Don't I would just say just be patient. There's always been a saying, good things come to those who wait. I would just say, just have patience. Because I know a lot of times people look at one instant gratification and they just be like, oh, if I go to this organization, they're going to help me out and all my problems is going to be resolved that time and that moment. And life just is not like that. So I would come in and say, come in with a lot of hope and a lot of patience. Just be patient and let this process work itself.
That goes for just life in general, huh?
Just life in general. Yeah.
I always say Rome wasn't built in a day.
And Rome was definitely not built in a day.
And you're not going to build yourself up in a day, but if you do one thing for yourself every day, the big task won't seem so big after just.
Exactly. And just getting up to me and being able to just give thanks to whoever you believe in, and just being thankful that this is another day. So this is just like, I look at this is a birthday for me, because I woke up and I'm able to sit and do whatever I can at that moment. So I just look at it like, oh, here's my birthday again, here's my birthday again. I look at it as just a gift,
Mhm.
because a lot of us sometimes, we're going through different ailments, and you see a lot of things going on. Just keeping a positive attitude, if you will. Try
Yeah.
to keep a positive attitude.
That'll get you through some tough things.
Yes, it will. Just know that you're not the only one. There's other people that's out here that's going through the same thing. Yeah.
Sure is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yvonne, you had a question or a comment?
Yes, I do, Alex.
Mhm.
Miss Kathy, I have two numbers here, 202-844-8400. Is that 8400 a working number? Is that a number we can use? And
Hold on
I
a
have,
second.
yes, I have the other phone number, but I have a neighbor that I would like to assist. And you mentioned somebody's name that he might call, because I don't think he has the patience to do a lot of calling around. Is there a person that he might ask for immediately?
No, this is BBS's number. It's and it's on our resource thing too, but it's 202-442-8400. I may have said it wrong earlier.
Oh, 442.
Yeah, 8400.
And whose number is that?
That's Department of Disability Services.
Okay, all righty.
Yes, ma'am.
Now-
That's their number. Just put it in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned someone's name that he might ask for when he makes a call.
No, I don't have a person's name, because they gonna route it to whatever that person is looking for. So what they do is help you with employment. If you're a person with a disability and you need some sort of equipment, like say for an example, a hearing aid, they will help you purchase a hearing aid through, their organization will purchase that for you, because they have a system of equipment there. Yeah, that number that's up there that say 844-8400, that number is wrong. You can,
Oh, I'll delete that chat
Yeah.
out of there.
but they will work with you. I'm not to cut you off,
All right.
Alexander.
But,
They will work with you to help you get whatever assistive equipment, assistive technology that can help you maintain your independence in the community. They help you if you want to go to work, go to school, and things of that nature, and they pay for it themselves.
okay. Well, all right. And you put your number in as well. I see your number,
Yeah, that's my
202-280-6895.
correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Yvonne, for your question. Appreciate that. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
Any other questions for Miss Kathy? Any other questions? But I really appreciate you coming on to our session today, Kathy. It's always fun to see when seniors know of the different programs and have
Yes.
experience with that. And of course, by you coming on, there's just all these different services that are available. So unfortunately, some of our members that would benefit from like the Blind Women's Group, or I see this Association for the Deaf. I will definitely relay those resources to them just from your session. And I think even if any of the services don't particularly help you right now, it's really important to be able to share that with friends and family and have the resources and know that they're there to help, others. That's how we help ourselves as a society. So.
And I want to again thank you all for allowing me to come in to your group today. I appreciate that, and hopefully I can come back again if you want to invite me again. I'm open for that.
Oh, surely. I know you had something planned for today, so definitely, with it, getting warmer out, and definitely these services will definitely be needed as the
Yes, yes. Okay, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Let's all thank Ms. Kathy and the DC Center for
Thank
Independent Living.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you, Miss
Thank you.
Kathy.
Thank
Very
you
nice
very much.
Thank
presentation.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
educating me on
Bye-bye.
some of the stuff. I
Good
appreciate it.
day.
Yes,
Thank
I
you so
do
much,
too.
Kathy.
Good day.
Okay, y'all.
Have a good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. So thank you all so much for coming on. Please stay on to complete a poll to let us know how you felt about today's session. So let's all make sure that we're in Zoom so that way you can fill out the poll. And I really appreciate you all coming on to today's session.